Sophie Cunningham makes offer to Caitlin Clark amid WNBA offseason. The Indiana Fever star had a proposal for Caitlin Clark after her big announcement. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham missed out on long periods of the 2025 WNBA season with injuries, but the Indiana Fever still put together a remarkable postseason run without their two fiery leaders on the floor. The Fever set a franchise record for regular season wins, 24, followed by their first playoff win since 2015. They pushed the eventual WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces to a winner-take-all Game 5, but ultimately bowed out in the semifinals. Clark and Cunningham were attached at the hip on the Fever bench all postseason, and spending time together still appears to be a priority for Cunningham as Clark's off-season opportunities arrived. On Thursday, LPGA's The Annika announced Clark's return to its Pro-Am golf tournament for the second straight year. Cunningham wasted no time trying to get in on the action, offering to carry Clark's bag on the course with the help of the third Fever player who makes up their Trace Letch's crew. At Caitlin Clark 22 need a couple of caddies? At Lexi Hull, Cunningham asked on a post by the Indiana Fever team account. Although Clark did not reply to the offer on Instagram, Indiana guard Lexi Hull gave an enthusiastic response to Cunningham's comment, urging, "Sign us up." Clark, who averaged 16.5 points in 13 games for the Fever in 2025, still has plenty of time to decide if she wants to grant Cunningham and Hull their wish. The Pro-Am tournament takes place on Wednesday, November 12th at Pelican Golf Club in Bel Air, Florida. It is followed by the weekend LPGA Tour event, which offers a $3.25 million purse. I had an amazing time at the Annika last November and participating in the Pro-Am alongside Nelly Korda and Annika Sorenstam, two of the best in the game, Clark said in a statement. I can't wait to return to Tampa Bay in November to play in the Pro-Am with the best women golfers in the world. Clark's crossover into the golf world promises to be met with plenty of fanfare regardless, but the presence of two more Fever players on the course could make it that much more memorable. The WNBA offseason is typically a quiet time, a stretch when players recover, reset, and reflect on the whirlwind of games, travel, and competition that define their lives for months. But this offseason, the silence was broken by one of the league's most outspoken and energetic personalities, Sophie Cunningham. The fiery forward for the Indiana Fever made headlines once again, and this time, it wasn't for a buzzer beater or a viral moment on the court. Instead, it was for an unexpected, and rather intriguing, offer she made to none other than her superstar teammate, Caitlin Clark. It all started on social media, as many modern sports stories do. Cunningham, known for her blend of humor, confidence, and unfiltered charisma, posted a cryptic message on Instagram, at Caitlin Clark 22, let's make the offseason count. Got an idea for you. That was enough to send fans into a frenzy of speculation. Was this about a business venture? A new podcast? A charity event? Or something even bigger? A day later, Cunningham followed up with a video that quickly went viral. In it, she appeared in golf attire, swinging a club with her signature flair before turning to the camera and grinning. Caitlin, she said, you've been stealing headlines on the court all year. How about we steal some on the course this time? The offer, as it turns out, was for Caitlin Clark to team up with Cunningham in a series of celebrity golf events and charity tournaments during the WNBA offseason. With Clark's growing reputation as a crossover athlete, having recently made her debut at the Annika Pro-Am, and Cunningham's natural showmanship, the duo instantly became a fan-favorite pairing. The idea wasn't just playful banter. Behind Cunningham's charm was a clever sense of timing. Caitlin Clark has become one of the most recognizable names in women's sports, transcending basketball with her star power, charisma, and relentless work ethic. Wherever she goes, cameras follow, fans swarm, and storylines emerge. Cunningham, never one to shy away from the spotlight, recognized an opportunity to both bond with her teammate and keep the Fever brand alive in the public eye during the offseason. Their partnership, even in rumor form, became a talking point across sports media. Analysts noted that Cunningham's offer symbolized more than just a fun off-season collaboration. It represented the new era of the WNBA. A time when players are not only athletes but also entertainers, entrepreneurs, and cultural figures. Sophie Cunningham, who has built her career on grit and personality, understands that visibility is everything in today's game. Off the court, she's one of the most active players on social media, using her platform to connect with fans, share behind-the-scenes glimpses, and promote causes close to her heart. Teaming up with Clark, whose every move seems to attract millions of views, was a no-brainer. But perhaps what makes this story especially fascinating is the genuine chemistry between the two. Throughout the Fever season, cameras often caught moments of laughter between Cunningham and Clark during warm-ups or timeouts. Cunningham, the veteran presence, took Clark under her wing early in the season, offering guidance, encouragement, and sometimes a dose of tough love. "She's got that fire," Cunningham once said about Clark in a post-game interview. "And I love that about her. She reminds me of myself when I first came in, fearless, ready to take on anyone." For Clark, the admiration appears mutual. She's spoken highly of Cunningham's energy, calling her the heartbeat of the locker room. So when Sophie extended her playful yet ambitious off-season offer, fans weren't surprised that Clark responded almost immediately, "You had me at golf." Within hours, sports outlets were buzzing. The prospect of the two Fever stars appearing together outside basketball, especially in a lighter, fan-friendly setting, was exactly the kind of story that builds momentum for the league. Behind the scenes, sources close to the Fever hinted that the collaboration could expand beyond golf. Cunningham, ever the creative mind, has been exploring ways to use her platform to bridge the gap between women's basketball and broader entertainment. There's talk of a YouTube or social series following their off-season adventures, whether on the golf course, at charity events, or simply training together. If the project materializes, it could further cement Clark's crossover appeal and highlight Cunningham's media-savvy instincts. After all, in an age where athlete-driven content rules the digital landscape, few duos have the blend of humor, competitiveness, and charisma that these two bring. Beyond the headlines, though, Cunningham's offer reflects something deeper: the growing camaraderie and entrepreneurial spirit among WNBA players. They're not waiting for opportunities to find them, they're creating them. Whether through collaborations, brand partnerships, or community initiatives, today's players are rewriting what it means to be professional athletes. For Sophie Cunningham, this is par for the course, literally and figuratively. She's always embraced challenges head-on, carving out her role in a league full of stars by being unapologetically herself. Her offer to Clark wasn't just a friendly invitation, it was a statement of intent. A reminder that the Fever and women's basketball as a whole